What's going on, guys? Join me today for the huge and cute back and bicep workout. Ooh. We need some different types of vibes, some music vibes in here. First exercise, we're just gonna do some seated rows. I've been doing that leading into the workouts. I just like to get a good pump of my lats, and then we'll probably follow up with some sort of pullover or reverse grip pull down. I'm gonna do this, loosen up my my shoulders and my lats a little bit because my neck issue is still, all this muscular is tight, and I wanna try to loosen it up a little bit. So I like to do this stretch, and then I like to do like pouring the water out of the cup and rotate all this stuff around. It helps loosen everything up. This band's getting old, I can tell, because it's got a lot more like give to it. It's not as tight anymore. Sean must be up to something. I just got a text from Jesse trying to get me to buy a red Urus. He's like, 65,000 down, 4,000 a month. I'm like, oh God, I'm not doing that. I can't justify that right now. This doesn't seem like a good idea.
Are you interested in Urus?
No, Sean keeps trying to get me to get one though. He's like, you need a Urus. You need it. I'm like, no. I want to push 9,000 RPMs Porsche power. So they have a Porsche SUV. It's like a Turbo GT or something, I can't remember. And I know they're not going to be 300 grand. But I don't know. I just want to drive the sports cars. I can't justify spending that much money on an SUV. It just doesn't make sense. All right, yeah. So we did a little warm-up set here. I'm just going to do another little feeler set, and then we'll do our one set to failure, because that's how we train around here. So this feels really good today. I've been training high intensity for a couple years, and when I switched over to that, that's when I started getting the most amount of growth. Because if you're doing tons of volume in the gym, you're just breaking stuff down more and more. You're never giving yourself a chance to recover. So if you just hit it hard for one set per exercise, that's all you need. You don't need to do 3 to 4 or 5 sets of 5 or 6 different exercises. Like, you could do 4 exercises, 5 exercises, and just do one set, but make sure nothing's redundant. So you don't want to do 2 underhand rows. That wouldn't make sense. You're just doing the exact same thing, like over and over. So if you're going to do an underhand row, do something that's for up here. Or, if you're going to do a pull down that's on a machine that's reverse, don't go do cable pull downs. It's the same thing. So just pick one exercise of something and stick with that. You don't need to do, preacher curls on this machine and then you go do preacher curls on that machine. It's the exact same thing. So note that. Looks pretty good. Oh.
What is it about coffee that you
Dude, I love coffee so much. There's something about mixing Splenda in it. I love the sweetness. I won't drink it straight black though. You know,
What's wrong with straight black coffee?
dude, it's just bitter, bro. I don't like it. I gotta have a little cream in it. You know what I'm saying? My grandpa always said, he's like, I like my coffee black like my women. Not me though. Not me. Hot and black like my women. I'm like, okay. My grandma was not black. She's a very white woman. So, but yeah, I always drank coffee as a kid. My mom used to go to McDonald's. We used to get McDonald's coffee a lot. And then I became more of a latte kind of guy. So, been getting the lattes. Some of these places are out here, they don't have very good coffee, but some of them, they hit pretty good. What's that, Cafe Leon, or what's it called? The one at Tivoli or whatever? Cafe Leon. Fire coffee. All right, this is the one. Oh wow, it's heavy. Okay. Maybe we do a rest pause. Try to get a couple more reps. Oh wow. Okay. Reached failure on that. All right, we're gonna do reverse grip hammer strength pull downs. This is good because when you do them underhand, your lat can stretch get in the furthest stretched position, and then you can want to pull yourself up into it and contract your lat. So here's an example of what I was talking about earlier. So the underhand rows that we just did over there, you wouldn't want to do this machine because it's the exact same thing. That's an underhand row. So pick one or the other. Don't do both in the same workout. Wow. Probably need just like a 10. Now remember, you've already went to failure on another set, so you don't need to do a bunch of warm-up sets before you do your working set, your next exercise, because you're already warmed up. What are we gonna warm up? You know what I mean? We're already warm. Well, I modeled, my training, who I looked at when it comes to training through, Dorian Yates and Mike Mincer, because they actually took data and applied it to their physique. Dorian's always said he didn't have the best genetics when it came to he didn't have the round muscle bellies of a Flex Wheeler or a Kevin Levrone, but he trained really hard. He trained to failure, and that's why he won Mr. Olympia 6 times. So these are proven ways to put muscle mass on and burn body fat and keep strength. So this is the best possible way to build a physique when it comes to training. Okay. I know it looks like I'm not using a lot of weight, but man, I can make the sets feel heavier than what they are. And I get crazy pumps. I can't do much weight anymore.
Is it a misconception that bodybuilders who look huge always use a lot of weight?
Some bodybuilders use a lot of weight, but at the end of the day, a lot of them are not controlling it. They're just trying to do repetitions. Like, if you look at this lady doing the hamstring curls, she's not contracting, she's just doing exercise right now. So she's just moving from A to B. There's no contraction, there's no, control with the eccentric, feeling things lengthen and pushing through it. She's like just doing curls. I can sit here and take a 20-pound dumbbell curl and do this. So what's gonna be better, doing this or doing this? You're gonna get a lot more out of that, and you don't have to use as much weight, and you're not gonna hurt yourself. So we're gonna do straight bar pullovers. So you wanna make sure that your chest is up, and you wanna pull through your elbows and contract everything in your lats. And then we might do like a little superset at the end where I just kind of contract everything up at the top just to squeeze everything in. Wow. Look at the mass. Not too bad for an old white guy from Ohio. Ohio is more wholesome, and I don't feel like there's a lot of scammers out there. I remember when I had my little S10 truck, I forget to roll the windows up and I leave the keys in it overnight, and I come outside, I'm like, ugh, I couldn't do that here. I wouldn't trust anybody. Maybe the times have changed. This is back in, 2006, 2005? Yeah, it's 2024, so maybe a little different now. So in my small town, maybe that wouldn't happen as much. Maybe now it's more, but then when I moved up to Columbus, somebody actually broke into my S10. They stuck a screwdriver in there. They popped it open, took the stereo. Joke's on them, the CD player didn't even work, bro. So, just the radio did. And then, what else did they take? Oh, they didn't take anything else, just took that and they ripped apart like my glove box to try to find money and stuff, but that's all they got. So I'll put this behind my back and it helps stretch my shoulder. I'll open this up a little bit more since all this tissue is kind of restricted a little bit. So I'll just hold this and I'll try to rotate my wrist around a little bit. And when I rotate my wrist around, I find different things that are kind of stuck. I need to be stretched. And sometimes too, I'll do like a little isometric where I'll push my fist into my back and that will give it even more of a stretch. And then I'll take a step back, let go of some of the tension, and I'll try to do like a shoulder car with the band. So I'll come up and I'll reach back and I'll rotate through my shoulder as much as possible and then come back down. And reach back, rotate through my shoulder, rotate up. Feels a really good stretch in my bicep too. And two, you don't want to be like this. You want to try to maintain like a straight line with your sternum and rotate through. I'll do the other hand. If you try to do the shoulder car with too much tension, you're gonna hurt yourself. So make sure you sure this is relaxed. It's not fully pulled out. So take a step back, push your arm back, rotate.
Oh, there you go.
Sometimes I'll do these with like 2.5 pound plates. I'll just do some biceps. I'll be done. Feels really light. Somebody told me the other day, they're like, Seth, you need to lose 25 pounds. I'm like, 25 pounds? Like, yeah, you should be 225. I'm like, ain't no way. I'm like, bro, I'd be withered away to nothing. What these legs be gone? Look at these legs. Look at these meat sticks. I can't lose the legs. Somebody commented on our video we made with with my car. They're like, that's rented. Where'd you rent it from? And then some other guy was like, at least I don't have legs like that guy. I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah, what do you think? I got little legs. Haters, the weird kids. Okay.
How do you get your veins popping like that, bro?
Steroids, just kidding. Diet Coke normally. You drink a couple Diet Cokes, it's blazing through the night, just like this.
For real?
Well, I mean, every time I do drink Diet Coke, they do get bigger, but when you have more nitrogen in your blood, it opens up everything. And when you have bigger muscles, they push up against the skin and makes your veins pop out more. Yeah. But I mean, I had smaller veins before and I had less muscle mass, and then as I got bigger and bigger, obviously more blood started going through there. All right, guys, well, that's all it is for today. We did back, we did biceps. Make sure you're training to muscular failure. Don't do tons of sets in the gym. Warm up at the beginning. Don't warm up on every single set that you do, and just train hard. And that's how you're gonna get huge and cute, baby. You already know what it is.